A born creator of myths, my sister always liked to tell the story of how we were misnamed. She was proud of it, as though she, as a tiny blue infant, had bent kismet to her will and appropriated the name that was supposed to be mine. My parents were trying to be clever before they lost the ability to be anything other than utterly miserable, and our names were meant to be part of our self-constructed, quirky family mythology. A to Z, Ava and Zelda. The firstborn would be A for Ava, and the secondborn would be Z for Zelda. And together, we would be the whole alphabet for my deluded and briefly optimistic parents, both of whom were located unimpressively in the middle. M for Marlin, and N for Nadine. My father was himself named for a film star, and with his usual short-sighted narcissism, he sought to create some sort of large looming legacy for his burgeoning small family. Burgeon, we would not. Born second, I was destined for the end of the alphabet. But my sister was Zelda from her first screaming breath, wild and indomitable, until her final immolation. A careless nurse handed my father the babies in the wrong order, so that his second-born was indelicately plopped into his arms first, and I was christened Ava. I say christened purely as a casual description. My parents were good pagans, even if they weren't much good at anything else. Clearly delighted with this strange twist, my father insisted that we keep our misnomers. He said that the family Antipova would turn even the alphabet on its head. My mother, predictably, lay surly and despairing in her bed, counting down the seconds until her first gin and tonic in 8 months. Even now, I can't really blame her. The seatbelt light dings, and I unbuckle in order to root around in my bag for my iPad. I've read the email so many times, I have it memorized, but I still feel a compulsion to stare at the words on the shimmering screen. To littleA@gmail.com. From NO'Connor@gmail.com. June 21st, 2016, at 3:04 a.m. Ava, honestly, the whole point of you having a cell phone is so that I can call you in an emergency, which this is. If you'd pick up your goddamn phone, I wouldn't have to tell you by email that your sister is dead. There was some type of fire following one your sister's drunken binges, and apparently she didn't make it out. If you leave Paris tomorrow, you might make it in time for the service. I can't really tell whether the misspellings are because A, Mom is drunk, B, she never really learned to type. I'm not a fucking secretary. I didn't become a feminist so I could end up tapping out correspondence. Or C, the dementia is affecting her orthography. My money is on all three. I've never seen Nadine Antipova, née O'Connor, greet any kind of news, either good or bad, without a quart of gin in the wings. The death of a daughter, especially that of her preferred daughter, has probably rattled even her. My guess is that she was already 3 sheets to the wind when they told her, and she wasn't able to get through to me on my cell because she either couldn't remember the number or misdialed it. She would have had to toddle upstairs to the decrepit old MacBook gathering dust on what used to be my father's desk. She would have lowered herself into the rickety office chair and squinted at the glare of the screen. After several frustrating minutes and false starts, and probably another slug of gin, she would have located Firefox and found her way to Gmail if she didn't try her old and defunct Hotmail account first. She probably would have sworn viciously at the screen when asked for her password. Nadine would consider the computer's request for her to remember a specific detail as personally malicious, a couched taunt regarding her slipping faculties. She would have tried to type something in, and the password would have been pre-populated, because Zelda had, in her own inconsistent and careless way, tried to make our mother's grim life a little easier.